Hey guys, it's Bobby, aka Paginator, and I guess I'm just gonna kind of vlog today. I'm in the mood to just vlog what I do. Right now I'm hanging out at my parents' house, hence the gorgeous backyard and the beautiful scenery you can see all behind me. Sorry, I can't angle this camera very well with my hand. Anyway, first thing we're gonna do is head into town. I kind of have the whole day to myself till later this evening, and I thought I'd go to Hobby Lobby and do some craft shopping. So, do you wanna come with me? So that was fun, stepping into Hobby Lobby and picking out a few things. I didn't find what I came for, which was a heat gun, but I found a few other things. I could go to Walmart and get a heat gun, but I kind of talked myself out of that. And I got a phone call from my mom to do an errand for her. So I don't have the whole morning to myself or day. So I guess I better go do that. And I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I'm still in the car, just in a different spot. I was able to run the errand for my mom. I had to pick up 50 pounds of frozen meat for a celebration thing that she's doing for the town. Anyway, now we are at the Richmond, Utah Public Library. This is in this darling old building that I've just wanted to go inside forever and just see. So we're just going to go in, take a look, maybe sit and read for a little bit, who knows. And we'll just see how it goes. Library had a cute little charming reading spot. I am right now sitting outside of a restaurant waiting for my order. I got a caprese sandwich for lunch, and I'm sitting right across from this house that I have wanted to buy for forever, so I'm going to show you. So that house that I showed you, it is just old and completely run down and needs so much work. And of course, I am not in a position to buy a second house or put in money to renovate or anything, but I just think it would be such a fun project. It has such cute character and charm. And also there might be ghosts in there because why wouldn't there be, right? Random thought for the day. Okay, so we made it back to the house. I got my sandwich. It looks amazing. It's basically like if you had a caprese salad on a sandwich. It's got sourdough bread, fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, basil, and balsamic vinaigrette. Oh, I usually don't eat while I film, but this looks too good to not have a taste of right now, so we're gonna take a little bite. Look at yummy. Okay, so that was really good, but I'm gonna save the rest for after I'm done filming. Now, when I got back to my parents' house, the neighbor has yaks, and he has some of the little ones up close enough that I could get to. So I decided to go walk over and say hi. And unfortunately, they were a little camera shy, but I'm going to insert what I filmed here. Aren't they cute? There was this one just after I stopped filming that had hair like covering his eyes, and so he looked very, moody and just, I don't have time for anyone, and he walked his way over and he's swinging his head like this. He's so cute. Anyway, those are the little ones. The neighbor has a whole bunch of bigger yaks as well, and they're far enough away that it would take me quite a while to get to them. So we'll just look at the little ones for now. Alright, so we're going to start with what I got at Hobby Lobby. So I first got some ink blending mats. These were $3, and they're just little plastic mats that you can use to blend your inks, your distress oxides, etc. for different projects. I thought about getting a jelly plate and trying some jelly plate prints, but then I thought, no, I don't really know very well how to do those, so I'll save that for another time. I got some other inking tools. I got some daubers. These are useful for little tiny things that you need to ink up, so these just will slide right on your finger. And I also got some more ink blending pads for my little inking tools. So up next I got some Gilding Wax. This is a dark gold. It's called Ice Espresso, is the name of the color. And I have some Gilding Wax that's a copper color of another brand, and I don't love the smell of it, so I'm hoping this one will smell better. Again, here is the package. It is made by Deco Art. And there's what it looks like. Let's see if it smells good. It doesn't smell terrible. It kind of just smells like glue. It smells better than my other Gilding Wax for sure. Up next, we're going to take a look at the washi tape that I got. This was all 50% off. And we've got a bunch of little tiny rolls. Again, I'm sorry, my camera doesn't zoom, doesn't focus well on things that are close up. So if I hold it clear back here, it's focused, but then you can't see the details. So it's little honeybees and honeycomb, and it's all very black and gold and white and honeybee themed. And continuing on that theme, we have these two bigger rolls. Again, another with honeycomb and another with honeybees. For some reason, I really like the look of those when I'm journaling. There's something super adorable about honeybees. But in real life, do I like bees? No. I like honey. First, let me just jump in here and say I'm sorry for the light. If I lean a certain angle, my face doesn't look so blown out. I'm working with sunlight, and it's fickle. It's kind of a weird cloudy day, and I have to get in exactly this position, which is uncomfortable. So, sorry. I also got some of these little rolls. This is a kind of a rose gold color of different patterns. There you can kind of see it. And then this one, we've got some months, days of the week, and some numbers. So these would be good for my reading journal that I track what I read when, or junk journaling as well. Like maybe I randomly want to put Tuesday on a page. I don't know. And another thing I got at Hobby Lobby, actually several things, were some little charms. Now some of these are going to be for projects for myself, and some are going to be for projects for my sister. So I'll show you the things that I got with my sister in mind. This cute cowboy boot charm. It's turquoise and has some little sparkly rhinestones on it. My sister is cowgirl, real cowgirl, and her sons and husband are real cowboys. They have horses, they compete in rodeos, all that stuff. And I want to make her a junk journal and do some little danglies off the spine, so I'm going to use that boot and one or maybe both of these. These are some silver conchos with leather strips in them, and I might take the leather out and apply some copper gilding wax because my sister loves copper, and then put the leather back in. Another kind of westerny piece but that I got for myself is this little buffalo with a turquoise gem on it. I love turquoise, and buffaloes are near and dear to my heart, or bison, I guess I should say. I always call them buffaloes because that's what we call them where I live, but they are technically bison. This little charm was on clearance, and B for Bobby, my first name. I'll use it for something. And then 3 other metal charms. This octopus will be for my steampunk junk journal. These wings will be for whatever I decide. These were also all 50% off, all these charms. And the last one is a dragonfly. I thought this was gorgeous. I love the color, like the jade kind of color on the wings and the glittery shiny rhinestones. I have been so inspired, like my entire junk journal journey in the past few months has been completely inspired by the channel 49 Dragonflies, and so I wanted to do something with a dragonfly on it in honor of Barbara. So here's one that's simply called an archangel. It looks like this warrior angel lady, and she looks amazing. There's paintings, there's frescoes, there's architecture, lots and lots of things. So I can use the text pages for signatures, etc., and the illustrations maybe for focal points. Alright, so this one I found is Riders of the Purple Sage by Zane Grey. This is actually another one that's for reading. I every once in a while get in the mood to read a Zane Grey or a Louis L'Amour, like an old western kind of book. And Riders of the Purple Sage is one that's set in Utah, if I remember correctly. What did I read on the back of this? Yes. Jane Witherstein is the young heroine, determined to defend her father's hard-won ranch oasis in the Utah desert. She's facing pressures from leaders in the Mormon Church to become one of Elder Tull's many wives. She stands alone against the villains who rustle and stampede her cattle until a stranger rides into the territory. Notorious as the scourge of Mormon transgressors, the stranger stays on to assist Jane in the inevitable showdown, and romance blooms amid the canyons and cottonwoods. Oh, that's too funny. Now, I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, otherwise known as the Mormon Church, and so it's funny to me. A scourge of Mormon transgressors. I'm sorry. Another interesting thing about this book, The Riders of the Purple Sage, there was a old cowboy western musical group called The Riders of the Purple Sage that wrote like cowboy songs and stuff, and I only know that because another group that I have been to see many times called the Bar J Wranglers did covers of the Purple Sage guys, and so maybe they got their band name from this book. I would assume so. Now, I will say, while we're on the note of this like Mormons and polygamous thing, if you don't know, like, my church doesn't practice polygamy, haven't for over 100 years. But they did in the early days because they were traveling west, and my understanding, or what I was always taught, is that it was introduced as a way to help the women who had been widowed or were single traveling out west, and because of the societal norms and the laws at the time, like, you kind of needed a man in some ways to, like, help get you where you needed to be. That's always been my understanding, again, based on what I've been taught of why that was practiced, and we don't practice it anymore. There are still some groups who do, and they are kind of like shoot-offs of our faith, and you probably have heard of Warren Jeffs. Makes me want to vomit just saying his name. There's a new documentary out about him and his polygamous group, the FLDS, on Netflix, and I've been watching it, and it just makes me shake with anger at the piece of poop things that those people did to children. And yeah, I'm going to stop talking about this because this is supposed to be a happy video. We're going to go back to the books. Okay, so this book is called Articles of Faith, and it is an LDS faith-based book. I'm not buying it for that, though. I fell in love with the print on the spine, so I'm going to be removing the spine and using it for a junk journal, and I'll probably just use the text pages for regular junk journaling pages. Yeah. And the last item that I crammed into the bag, this is called Seafaring American by Alexander Lang. And it came in this protective case. So it's this nice big book. So if for nothing else, I'll have big pages to make signatures and things with. But also some cool illustrations and fun things. So some of these might be possible to use in my steampunk book, like this funky looking illustration. It was called like an illustration of the first submarine. Also, we've got some things that are just paintings, ships here. There's a photo of a ship. There's some sea shanty songs. So, if I really decide to go gung-ho on like a pirate-themed journal, which why not? We've got stuff. And the last illustration I'll show you from this book is some beautiful paintings that were done inspired by Captain Cook's voyages, which these pages might come in handy because I am going to Hawaii, which is one of the places where Captain Cook visited, and I'm going to be going there in a few months, and I can use these to help me journal about my experience. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for this vlog. It's been a long video, so I apologize for that, but I hope you guys have enjoyed spending the day with me. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.